Hi everyone, welcome to GuiNet Technologies. So let's start our today's session. That is the FortiGate Firewall, right? So just give me 1 second. We'll start this session. Okay. So let me start something. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. So I believe. All right. So all good. So welcome you all, right? And if you're having any query and if you're having any doubt to ask about any like training program related to Cisco, Versa, Zscaler, Palo Alto, Viptela, Azure, AWS, Checkpoint, and F5, please feel free to contact info@guinet.com, or like you can reach out to any of the number given below. Okay, or you can also visit the websites. All right. So without any further delay, let's start our session. So today we are going to talk about everything about the FortiGate firewall. So there's two terms. Basically, we keep discussing about the FortiNet and FortiGate. So we just have to understand what is the FortiNet and what is the FortiGate. So you might be had seen this is the FortiNet and one is the FortiGate, right? So people are very confused. What is the FortiNet firewall? What is the FortiGate firewall? So just you have to take the note. This is the company name, right? So this is the company name, and actually this is the product name. So the FortiGate firewall is just a product. So we are just going to use the FortiGate, which is going to act as a product, right? So we keep discussing about the FortiGate and the FortiNet, the overall company. They having the various products, which we'll discuss, step by step in the upcoming slides. All right. So moving further, right? So we having a various training program. Might be this slide is not up to date, but probably will get in upcoming sessions. So you can see this is the Fortinet is the company, and every boxes will find this Fortinet written. Might be the different product, but actually the firewall is known as the FortiGate. Okay. So if we talk about a little bit history of this FortiGate firewall, so this company basically based on the US, right? Similar to the other companies like the any major industry, like if we talk to the Cisco, if we talk about the Checkpoint, if we talk about the Palo Alto firewall, majority of the company are belong to the US, right? And that was founded in 2000s, right? So almost 23 years ago, you can see here, and the founder name is Ken G, right? So and Michelle G. These are the two founder who just basically founded this company. And headquarters is the Sunnyvale, California, US. And you can, if you read about little about the Fortinet is a cybersecurity company which headquarters is the Sunnyvale, California. The company developed and sells security solution like the firewall, endpoint security, intrusion projection, detection system. Fortinet has the office located all over the world because they are having a lot of large customer base. So basically, they're having a lot of customer across the world. So they build their offices also across the world, right? So two brothers like the Kenji and the Michelle G founded this company in 2000, and the company first and main product was the FortiGate. You can see here. So the Fortinet is the company, and the FortiGate was the first product, the physical firewall. The company later added a lot of products like was the wireless, SD-WAN, sandbox features, and many more. So probably we having a lot of product right now. We'll discuss one by one. Sorry. So in July 2014, FortiNet announced the technical certification program called the Network Security Expert Program. We'll discuss what are these programs, various programs they announced, and then after they start doing the certification. So if you are wanted to become the certified engineer, so post completion of these trainings, you can go for the certifications as well, right? And you can do a lot of certification in terms of the Fortinet. Likewise, in a Cisco, if you just take as a benchmark and reference, so Cisco having the initial certification like the CCNA, right? We having a CCNP, right? We having a CCIE. So in CCI also having a various tracks, and the CCNP also having a various track, and CCN also having a various similar in the Fortinet. We having the various program like the NSC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and probably 8. So these are the certification level they have. So some are the entry level, some are the expert level. So that's why then if you find the NSC 1, 2, 3, so you just understand network security expert. But you just have to cross the levels to become the fully expert, and you just have to go till. So I hope you have little bit idea about this company, and you can see there's a lot of products here like FortiNet Security Fabric, FortiGate UTM, FortiGate Enterprise, FortiGate Carrier, and the FortiGate switches. So a lot of things we have, and FortiGate AP because they are dealing with the wireless as well. So and also they're having the Forti Manager, Forti Analyzer. We'll discuss Forti EDR, right? So also we have a lot of things here. So, and in addition of that, we just have to understand what is a firewall, why we need a firewall. So, I'm just parking this particular uh, question for time being. We'll discuss later why basically we need a firewall. Let's discuss about some product specification, about the company specification. Then we'll come and discuss about the why we need a firewall, right? So, little bit we just have to understand, like if we are planning to understand some product or we are going to learn something about any product, so little bit we also know why we should learn, right? And what is the market demand, particularly these technologies. So if you guys see here, like the Fortinet, you can see the Cisco, you can see the Palo Alto firewall, right? You can see the Checkpoint firewall. These are the basic major vendor available in the market, right? Cisco, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, and the Fortinet. But if you compare, this is the esecurityplanet.com. So if you go and compare these vendors one by one, right? Checkpoint, Palo Alto, Cisco, right? And Fortinet and Palo Alto as well. So there is a lot of factor on which we can do the comparison between these two devices, like either of like Checkpoint, Palo Alto, Cisco, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, and Palo Alto Fortinet as well. So we having the benchmark like the best, very good, good, fair, best, very good, good, and fair. So you'll find some of the case, these are the two major vendor you just understand in the market. We can say these are the leaders. Even you can include the Checkpoint. So these are the always in a leader in the market. Cisco even very lacking behind of these three products, but still out of these three products, still Fortinet and Palo Alto is just like having the very market demand in terms of the firewall. So if you see here the Fortinet, so Fortinet basically in the security performance, Fortinet and the Palo Alto, they are the very high. They are the best in the market. You can see they are the best in the market. Value for money, Fortinet always is the cheaper. If you compare to the Palo Alto, it's very cheaper in compared to the Palo Alto, and even with a very reliable product. Implementation, it's very easy, and it is also very good in terms of the implementation. It's a more and less similar. Both products are very similar. Even you understand either of them, you can easily able to configure and understand the other firewall. Some of the features are exactly same, just they have done some kind of the renaming kind of the stuff, but concept are very same. Management, you can see Palo Alto quite very good in the management and the implementation, but even the Fortinet is also very good. You can see here, Checkpoint is also very good. You can see here. So that's something. These all three companies, when they were originally working all together for Cisco or some other companies, but they split it themselves and they started their own company. So someone has started like the Checkpoint, someone has started the Palo Alto, someone has started the Fortinet. So this is how it's went throughout the journey. But now it's very popular in the market. Support, you can see the Palo Alto having the very good support, Checkpoint also lacking, and the Fortinet also a little bit lacking. But support by Palo Alto is very good. Cloud features, we can see Checkpoint, Palo Alto and the Fortinet. Palo Alto is leading and Checkpoint is also leading. So overall, if you see, overall the Cisco is very behind of these all three products. If you compare the slides, you'll see they're very behind. So overall, you see there is a Gartner Magic report. This is the latest one in 2022. So this Gartner Magic report is also showing what I just mentioned. These are the leader in the market. These are Fortinet, Palo Alto, and Checkpoint. And you can see even the Fortinet is the top in the market, leaders of leader, right? So why? Because very cheap, very reliable, very easy to install, and most of the products are available very easily in the Fortinet. So if you want to deploy any SD-WAN solution, that product also available. It is also available this one and this one also. There is no I can say this product didn't having these features. Yes, Wi-Fi also they are available. AP, WLC, whatever the feature they having, the switches, router, like everything they having available to do the complete networking segment. Whatever. So you can see these are the like leaders. Like this is the first number leader, this is second number leader, this is the third number leader. But Fortinet is leading in the market. So that's why they're having the very large scope in the term of the customer in the market. So that's why they're having the high demand of the Fortinet firewall. And this is the region they're having the high demand of the Fortinet expert. Like we can say high demand in the engineers. So if you are having the Fortinet certification, Fortinet knowledge, you can easily crack the jobs. And trust me, these are the very high paid job, not very low paid job. These are the very high paid jobs. So you can just go and just crack those jobs, and you'll get that a lot of good money in terms of the like packages. So if you learn all these three firewalls, trust me, you will be the unique in the market. But even you know either of them, still there is a high demand. Okay, so I hope you guys understand. Moving further, like you can see here, if I talk about the Fortinet products, so these Fortinet having a lot of products, right? So it's a huge list. If you want to just explore these products, you just have to visit this website, and after clicking on that website, you will find these all product details, which is available on the website itself. So I'm not going on there. I'm just capture each and every details here. So we'll go with that. So you can say application delivery controller, 40 ADC, 40 analyzer, network-based video security, 40 client VPNs for the remote users, 40 CNP, 40 Deceptor, dynamic application security testing, email security. So you get a lot of like endpoint EDR, 40 DevSix. You can see here 40 monitors. You can see here 40 OS, 40 PAM, 40 OS carriers, 40 LAN cloud, IPS, IDS, AI basis. So sandbox, lot of things, wireless, WLAN, 40 tokens also having, 40 portals also having, 40 cloud. So they're having a lot of products. So trust me, we are not going to cover each and everything. We are just going to cover like the Fortinet firewalls, right? So in Fortinet firewall, we'll understand what is a Forti manager, how this security is going to provide it, right? How the Forti analyzer is going to be work, how the Forti client is going. So we are just complete security, network security. We are going to understand from this particular product history, right? So if you see here about the certifications, so in this certification, I told you we having a total 8 level of certification. You can see, so like with the CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, 3 level of certification. But even in the CCNA, we having a multiple track. CCNP, we having a multiple track. We having the SD-WAN. We having the data centers. We having some kind of the collaboration. We having the wireless. So if you have to become very expert level, you just have to go multiple types of certification, multiple kind of the skill sets. Similarly, in the NSE certifications, right? If you want to do the certification, you just have to go NSE 1, 2, and 3. These are the like everyone can do, and these are the free certification. No need to pay anything. See, if you're planning to do that, right? So you can just start with this, and you can just get the foundation information about the NSE Network Security Expert 1, 2, 3. But what we are going to cover, this is the 4 level, right? So this is our course content, right? Network security expert for the level 4, right? So this is something you just have to clear the exam. If you want to go for the exam preparation, these first 3 are the free. You don't have to pay anything. You can just easily crack this all exams, and there are the free trainings. You just have to go portal, create your credential, and you can learn everything. But if you want to go in expert level, the 4, you have to crack the exams, and this is like paid exams. So NSE 4 identifies your ability to configure, install, manage day-to-day configuration, monitoring, operation, and of a FortiGate device to support specific corporate network security policies. So say this is like something you have to you have to know the implementation, you have to know how to do day-to-day operations, configuration, monitoring, to just support your organization's security policies. So this is the ideal for the network security administrator, anyone who is in a part of the network security, technical support engineering, system engineer can start this. Who having the prior knowledge of the firewalls or not, then they should have done this kind of the certification. Okay, then you can go with NSE 5. That is again expert level little bit, so you can just see here, NSE 5 recognize your ability to implement network security management analysis in a firewall security device curriculum recommended those who acquire require the expertise to centrally manage, analyze, report, coordinate. So this is like the advanced level of things where you can just have to use the Forti manager, Forti analyzers. You just want to do a deep dives and all, right? And also you just want to go some kind of the additional feature, the SD-WAN, some other product. And you also, if you want to become everything like expert for these all security products, like whatever it's showing, like a lot of things are showing, so you just have to go for the 6 level certification, 7 level certification, and the final one is the cyber security expert, advanced cyber security advanced certification. These are the technical certifications. So these are the more about the operation, implementation, design. But if you want to become the very expert level, right? It's like you architect level kind of this, like you can see the NSC 7 identify you the advanced skill for deploying, administrating, troubleshooting the FortiGate security solution. This curriculum offer the course network security professional who are involved in advanced administration and support for the security infrastructure using the FortiNet solution. You must successfully pass at least one of the necessary exam to obtain this certification. So you just have to clear this, and this is something the last exam. This is something the last exam. So like with the CCIE, you have to do this cyber security or this 7 or 8 one like that. So we have to go step by step. So initially we cover more things about the NSE 4. We'll cover some of the part for the NSE 5 as well. So maximum things is going to be covered. So you'll get the more view, but the examination, the course curriculum is more about the NSE 4, right? So moving further, right? So if you're planning for this exam, if you're planning for this exam NAC4, so how the examination is going to be happen? So NAC4 examination, a network security professional. So this is based on the PAN OS, latest PAN OS 7.4, any like 7.2 they mentioned, but probably it is going to be keep updating. So our labs are also even 7.2, but if you want to go more and more updated version, if the FortiNet is going to be updated their OS version for the basic the OS of the FortiGate firewalls. And here you can see allowed time for this exam is 105 minutes. Total exam question is going to happen for the multiple choice of the question. There's 60 multiple choice of the questions. And you can like book this exam series and the exam name. You can find this one. These are the exam name and exam series, the 7.2 time, multiple time question for 60 minutes. Pass or fail score reported available in the UAE accounts. You can just go and book the two language available for the exam. That is the English and Japanese. And product version is 7.40 US 7.2. And the exam fees, if you want to go that, just have to pay 400 US dollar. So it is around 35,000 INR, including taxes and all. and and there is a like 60 question is going to happen, you can see here, and 105 minute is allowed time where you just have to complete this all, right? So I hope we are good about the examination as well, how it is going to happen. Now let's understand what the exam topics we have, right? When you're planning for this coordinate examination, so what are the examination topic we have? So these are the official syllabus for the NSC4, but what I'm going to cover, you'll see in the upcoming session, right? Not upcoming slides. So you can see examination topic they are talking about successful candidate have applied the knowledge and skill in the following area: deploy and the system configuration, perform the initial configuration, implement the Fortinet security fabric, configure log setting, diagnostic problem using the logs, configure the VDOMs to split the FortiGate into the multiple virtual device, configure different operations mode of the FGCB HA cluster. We'll understand what is that FGCB and HA cluster. Diagnose resource in the connectivity problem, firewall authentications, configure firewall policy, NAT policy, central NAT, configure different method of firewall authentication, explain how deploy the configure the FSSO, content inspection, how it is going to happen, IBS, IDS, antivirus, NTS spyware, vulnerability protection, file leaking, how it is going to happen, we'll understand. Routing, BGP, OSPF, RIP, how it is going to be configured, VPNs, how the site-to-site VPN, site-to-client VPN, and GTNA product, how it is going to be deployed. So these are the course content for the NSE for exam. But the course content, what we are going that is like this one. You can see. So definitely these all is going to be covered by default because these are the part of the course content, but you can see the detailed view how this is designed for the course content. So next generation security of platform and architecture, basic terminologies, identify malware, FortiNet technologies, about the FortiNet, what we just discussed, install FortiGate and VMware workstations, install FortiGate and GNS, and install FortiGate on the event. So if you guys want to understand how the installation is going to happen for your own lab practice, so definitely I will help to guide how it can be installed. Okay. So this is not a big deal, but yes, you definitely will know about even you want to build your own labs. Okay, just give me one second. So we initial configuration, we understand initial configuration of FortiGate dashboard, how to initial set in the lab, how we can do the test, which I'll show you right away after this course content. Zone, we'll understand how the zone is going to be configured, what does mean in the zone in the FortiGate firewall, how it is going to be differ in the Palo Alto virtual wire pair. Similar in the Palo Alto, also we having the virtual. So if you guys have a little bit knowledge about the virtual wire, how it is going to be done in the Palo Alto, then you can easily understand administrative AD, administrative access, DNS server, how it is going to be configured. Routing. This is like how the routing on the Fortinet firewall, address object, service object, static policy route, policy based route, basically RIP, OSPF, BGP, how redistribution, how it is going to happen, how this configuration is going to happen. I'll show step by step while doing the actual routing configuration. Additionally, we'll understand about the firewall policy, how the security policy can be deployed, how the policy can be deployed for the lab, for the Mac and users. Everything we'll understand. How the NAT basics, we'll understand everything about network address translation, SNAT, source NAT, destination NAT, policy source overload NAT, policy source one-to-one NAT, policy source fixed port, range NAT lab. We'll understand what does mean these all 4 5 type of the NATs. Security profile intro, antivirus security profile, web filtering security profile, DNS security profile, application control profile, intrusion prevention system profile, inspection mode, next generation firewall mode, what does mean? So these all we understand. Moving further, FortiGate AD, right? We'll understand what is the FortiGate AD, passive authentication AD, virtual domain, right? VDOMs, how to configure, similar to the virtual routers, how the routing is going to be handled in the VDOMs, network layer 2 firewall, transparent mode, virtual wire pairing, software switch. We'll understand about the SNMP, how the backup and restore configuration, syslog and Fortinet firewall, how it is going to happen. And we'll understand how the IPsec VPN can be deployed, how the IPsec VPN can be configured. These are all things we are going to deploy, and the site-to-site VPN, site-to-remote site VPN, site-to IPsec VPN template, SSL VPN, remote user VPN, remote access VPN theory, and the HA finally. These all we are going to understand. So these are the course content about the Fortinet firewall, which we will understand each and everything in very details in upcoming lecture, right? So I hope you guys are very clear about that. So we'll start with the very first thing about the initial configuration of the FortiGate firewalls, right? So in next session, let me just start how the FortiGate firewall can be configured and how it can be actually make the live for the working, right? So thank you so much, and let's start with the configuration.